like a 3D cartoon, for example, hit generate and boom, now you know what you'd look like as a cartoon. And you can even do this with pictures of your pet, which is honestly really fun. I mean, look at that guy. Oh, and another thing, inside your gallery, under gallery settings, then photo assist, if you scroll down to AI erase and move, make sure you've got processed data only on device turned on. Because now this way, everything will stay on your device and nothing ever leaves your phone, so it's totally private. And while we're in the gallery, there are some awesome new features in here too.
Bad girls make them say wow.
So straight out the box, the gallery kinda has a new look. Compared to before, everything is now a bit more rounded, which again just kind of feels familiar, if you know what I'm saying. But besides how it looks, in the menu you now have two new features, shot types and private album. Shot types is really cool because this groups your entire gallery by format. So like all your photos, portrait shots, videos, selfies are organized in one place, which is nice and clean. And then there's the new private album, which is exactly what it sounds like, a locked album of photos you want to keep private. All you do is tap and hold to select your most valuable pics or videos, then click these three dots and right at the bottom you can move them to your private album and they will vanish. And the only way to see them again is to open up your private album and unlock it using your fingerprint. Sweet. So that's cool, but not nearly as cool as what I'm going to show you next. Okay, now if you're in your settings and you open up accessibility, then dive into vision enhancements, you'll see this cool new setting called dim strobing. But before I turn it on, here's what a video looks like when it's off. And if I go into the setting and turn it on, then go back and play the video again, check it out, the screen has automatically dimmed and doesn't wreck your eyes. And as you can see, it actually makes a pretty big difference. Definitely an underrated feature. Okay, but another one you gotta turn on is inside security and privacy, then under lost device protection, then theft protection, it's called failed authentication lock. Make sure this is turned on because now, if you accidentally leave your phone unlocked somewhere and someone tries to access one of your locked apps, like a banking app or even WhatsApp for example, after a few wrong tries, your phone will straight up lock itself. A really cool and nifty safety feature. Oh, and there's also an updated gesture with 8.5. When you swipe back, you'll now see a preview of the window you're about to go into. This is how it looks compared to the old One UI 8, and honestly, I kind of prefer this new back preview. Let me know what you think in the comments. But now is the perfect time to show you what's new in the clock app. See what I did there? Huh? So the useful clock app now has some big new improvements. Starting off with your alarms, if you open one up, swipe all the way to the bottom to select your alarm background, then click the background option and boom, right over here you have this new weather background. So if you set that up, when your alarm goes off, you will see exactly what the weather is like outside. And as you can see, I had a nice sunny day. Okay, then over in the World Clock tab, there's a new little feature. First, you gotta make sure you've added a city or two, which is also really nice and easy to do. I just searched for Tokyo, tapped add, and that's literally it. But here's the new feature. If you tap this little icon, it shows you a little view of your local time compared to the other cities you've got in your world clock. And you can then use the scroll wheel to see the difference in time of each city and even see if it's day or night there. Like, this is super useful. But that's not all, because the stopwatch also got an upgrade. So now it's got the sleek new kind of analog look, which is really nice. But if you wanted to go back to the old digital one, you can just swipe to the left and there it is. Or you can swipe back for the analog one. So far, that's a lot of new features, but here are some slick little upgrades you gotta know. Okay, so when you open up your settings and head into notifications, under status bar, you'll see you now have the option to show your battery background. In One UI 8, we could show or hide the battery percentage itself, but now we're stuck with only hiding the background. Weird, but what do you guys think? Another quick mention is inside the calculator app. Everything might look exactly the same until you actually start tapping on the keys. That's when you notice this cool new keystroke highlight that's green for the numbers and most the symbols, and red just for these two. Also, there's a new little addition with a torch, so when you turn it on, if you lock your phone, with One UI 8.5, you now see the torch control in the now bar at the bottom of your lock screen. You can then tap it and directly turn it off right from here, which again is really nifty. Another cool thing I noticed is inside settings, the old search bar was right up here, but now it's conveniently placed right over here at the bottom, which I much prefer. And by the way, the S27